Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pick Investor channel, where we delve into the world of dividend investing to help you build a portfolio that pays you. Whether you're just starting out or looking to maximise your passive income, this channel is your go-to resource for strategies, insights and the tools you need to grow your wealth steadily over time. Hit that subscribe button and join me as we explore how to make your money work for you, one dividend at a time. In today's video, I'll be showing you exactly how my own dividends are working for me throughout the month of June and break down each stock that paid me last month alongside how much I received from them and how the stock is performing. I will also show you my total dividend income for the year so far and how it compares to last year. This has been my best ever month and I'm so excited to share with you all the different stocks that helped me achieve this feat. So without further ado, let's have a look at how my portfolio has performed over the last month. Last month, my portfolio ended up being valued at £43,700. So compared to this month, you can see that my portfolio has grew by around £3,200 as it is now valued at £46,900. This was thanks to very minimal market gains over the month of May, as I was up around £100 in the markets, and the rest of it was from additional capital that I added to the portfolio. One part I love about being a dividend focused investor is that no matter how good or bad my portfolio performs, I know I will still be receiving my dividend payments, and with my main focus being on dividend growth stocks, I know that over time it will only continue to increase. I get excited about this and it keeps me very motivated. So no matter what's going on in the market, my stocks will continue paying me my dividends. This month was actually the first month my income ETPs paid out, which was very exciting, and these are only going to further speed up that snowball effect in my portfolio. Anyways, let's now have a look at the first stock that paid me in the month of June. The first stock to pay me in the month of June was VUSA Stock, ticker V. I own 8.2 shares for an average cost at £198.88. So my overall value of holding is currently £2,077.28, and I'm up £366 or 21.44%. I've also received £10.39 in dividend payments, meaning overall we are currently up £377.15 on the position. VUSA pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield at 0.69 and have a 5-year dividend growth rate at 14.11%. And I actually received £2.96 from them this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to £2.96. The second stock to pay me in the month of June was BAE Systems Stock, ticker BA. I have 100 shares of the stock at an average cost per share £12 per share. My current value of holding is £1,925.50, and we are up a staggering £729.32 on the position, or 60.88%. I've also received £25 in dividend payments from this stock, so overall we are currently up £754.32. This is actually the best performer in my entire portfolio, and it was a stock I did a stock analysis video on earlier in the year, so if you do want to check that out and see what I feel is a fair value on the stock, then please do so. They pay a dividend semi-annually, so they pay it out twice per year and have a yield that currently sits at 1.71% with a 5-year dividend growth rate at 6.46%. I received £20.60 from them this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to £23.56. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was Legal & General, stock ticker LGEN. I have 350 shares of this stock at an average cost per share £2.18, so my current value of holding is £890.12. I'm up £126 in the position and have received £77.86 in dividends, meaning overall we're up £203.87. They also pay a dividend semi-annually, but do have a massive yield at 8.4% with a fairly steady 5-year dividend growth rate also at 4.25%. From them this month, I actually received £53.76, which was the biggest dividend payment I received from a singular stock this month. Overall, this means for June, I have received £77.32. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was my JP Morgan Global Equity Premium ETF. I have 61 shares of this stock at an average cost per share £20.83, so my current value of holding is £1,208.78. I am slightly down in the position, being down £25 or 1.9%, but I have received £36.71 in dividends, so overall we are actually up slightly at £11.70. They do pay a dividend every single month and they have a very tasty yield at 7.7%. The ETF has not been around long enough to have a 5-year dividend growth rate, so that is something that we'll have to come back to in the years to come. And I did receive £8.55 from them this month, and it is a stock that I'm trying to add one share of to every single week, so that monthly payment should continue increasing month on month. This brings my overall June dividend total now to £85.87. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was actually on the same day, and it was the Nasdaq 100 covered call ETF, stock ticker QYLP. I have 65 shares of this stock at an average cost at £11.58, so my current value of holding is £752.96. I am slightly up, being up £1.22, and have received £5.76 from this month, meaning overall we are up £6.88. They also pay a dividend every single month and also have an extremely high dividend yield at 12.42%. I did receive that full £5.76 from this month, but at the moment I am actually reconsidering potentially investing into JEQP instead, as I do believe that it may be a better Nasdaq 100 cover call version, as there is a little bit more upside potential. So watch out for that next month, as I may be swapping these two ETFs around. This did bring my overall June dividend total to £91.83. The next stock that paid me in the month of June was Johnson & Johnson, stock ticker JNJ. I have 9 shares at an average cost at £108.57, meaning my current value of holding is £1,005.38. Due to the horrific FX fees currently, I am actually slightly down in the position at £40.32, but I have received £13.11 in dividends, so overall we are only down £27.21. Like most US companies, they do pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a yield at 3.45%, and a 5-year dividend growth rate at 5.25%. We received £7.35 from them this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to just under that £100 mark at £98.98. The next stock that also paid out on the same day as Johnson & Johnson was Chevron, stock ticker CVX. I own 13 shares of the stock at an average cost at £104.46, meaning my overall value of holding is £1,427.75. I am up £26.24 on the position, or 1.86%, and have received £27.61 in dividend payments, meaning overall we are up £53.85. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield that currently sits at 4.62%, and have a 5-year dividend growth rate at 5.8%. They paid me £11.81 this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to over that £100 mark now at £110.79. The next stock that paid me in the month of June was my first income shares payment from Tesla ETP, stock ticker TSLD. I have 100 shares of this stock at an average cost at £3.86, so my current value of holding is £385.30. I am slightly down at negative £1.39, but did receive £5.86 in dividend payments, so overall we are slightly up. They pay every single month and do have a ridiculously high yield at 73.22%, and I did receive that full £5.86 from this month. If you're wondering why I've got a couple of ETPs in my portfolio now, I have done a separate video explaining them, so please check them out on the channel. This brings my overall June dividend total to £116.65. The second ETP that I have invested in is the Income Shares Coinbase ETP, stock ticker COI. I have 100 shares of this stock as well, an average cost at £3.73 per share. My current value of holding is £377.80, so we are slightly up on this one at plus £5.54, and we did receive £13.19 in dividends, so overall we're up £18.73. Like I just mentioned, these ETPs pay every single month, and Coinbase ETP actually has an even higher yield than Tesla right now at 84.12%. They paid me that full £13.19 this month, so overall for June we have received £129.82 £1,000,000,000.84 in dividend payments. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was Microsoft, stock ticker MSFT. I have 2.5 shares for an average cost per share £294.15. So my current value of holding is £890.15. I'm up £150 on the position, or 20.44%, and have received £2.77 in dividend payments, meaning overall we are up £153.30. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield that's currently sitting at 0.69%, and have a 5-year dividend growth rate at 9.7%. I received £1.30 from this month, meaning overall for the month of June we've now received £131.14. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was Alphabet, stock ticker GOOG. I have 12.5 shares at an average cost per share at £125.12. So my current value of holding is £1,611.76. Again, due to those horrific FX fees, we are actually down on the position just under £60, but we have received £2.95 in dividend payments. So overall we're down £56.87. They also pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a yield that currently sits at 0.48%, and that dividend payment has only just started up at the end of last year, so they don't have a 5-year dividend growth rate as of right now. And I have received £1.64 from this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to £132.78. The next stock to pay me in the month of June was Royal Dutch Shell, stock ticker SHEL. I have 68 shares, an average cost at £25.06, so my current value of holding is £1,822.06. I'm currently up £119.62 on the position and have received £21.40 in dividend payments, so overall I'm up £141.02. They do pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a yield at 4.02%, and a very nice 5-year dividend growth rate at 8.53%. I did receive £10.18 from this month, bringing my overall June total now to £142.96. The next stock to pay me was my biggest payment in the entire month. Legal & General was the biggest company, but this was my biggest overall payment as it is an ETF, and it was from the JP Morgan Global Growth and Income ETF, stock ticker JGGI. I have 1,300 shares, an average cost at £5.88, and my current value of holding is £6,942. We are down over £300 on the position right now, but have received £120 in dividends, meaning overall we're down £195.67. They pay a dividend 4 times per year and have a yield at 4.27% and a 5-year dividend growth rate at 11.72%. I received £64.64 from this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to £207.60. The next stock that paid me in the month of June was United Health Group, stock ticker UNH. I have 6 shares at an average cost at £218.07, so my current value of holding is £1,366.04. I'm up £40.55 on the position, or 3.06%, and have received £7.10 in dividends, meaning overall we're up £47.65. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a yield that currently sits at 2.88%, and a very nice 5-year growth rate at 12.57%. I received the full £7.10 from this month as it was my first payment from them, and this now brings my overall June dividend total to an all-time high of £214.70. And guess what? We're not done there. The penultimate stock to pay me in the month of June was my Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, stock ticker VUSA. I have 105.5 shares of the stock at an average cost at £80.65, so my current value of holding is £8,836.94. I'm up £331 on my position, or 3.89%, and have received £62.65 in dividend payments, so overall we're up £393.65. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a yield at 1.04%, and a 5-year growth rate at 6.2%. I did receive £20.27 from this month, so this now brings my overall June dividend total to £234.97. And the final stock to pay me in the month of June was PepsiCo, stock ticker PEP. I have 16 shares at an average cost at £109.02, so my current value of holding is £1,530.51. I'm currently down £337.67 on the position, or 18.07%, so it's one of the worst performers in my portfolio, but I have received £24.69 in dividends, so overall we're down £312.98. I do believe that Pepsi will have a recovery, and I'm still optimistic over the medium to long term with this one. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield currently at 4.4% and a 5-year growth rate at 6.67%. I received £12.16 from Pepsi this month, bringing my overall June dividend total to a whopping £247.13. And with that final payment, you can see that I was able to achieve close to £250 in dividend payments this month. This was my best ever month, and I know it's only going to keep getting better from here. I started investing under 2 years ago, so it just shows how much progress can be made in such a little amount of time if you really put the work in. I actually remember receiving my first ever dividend payment, and it was from Johnson & Johnson at just 5p, and the excitement that came along with that. Now I've just had another month where I've received over £200. And as you can see on screen, you can see all the different amounts I've received throughout the year so far. And if I show you on the right hand side the amounts I did receive in 2024 compared to 2025. When we have a look at June 2024, I received £59.72 compared to that £247.13 I received this month, which is actually a 313% increase year over year. Absolutely mind blown. Obviously, I'll not be able to continue at this rate, but it's so encouraging to see these big dividend payments going up on a month-to-month basis as my average increases. And then when you look back to the previous year, every single month so far, I've been able to achieve a higher dividend payment. And with this month, it means my yearly total has already surpassed 2024. So even though we're only halfway through the year, I've now received over £150 more than I did in the entire of 2024, as I've now received £735.88 in 2025. This is after taking away all the taxes that I do pay on the US stocks. In any UK stocks I do receive a dividend payment from, I don't have to pay any tax on that dividend payment. So that's why if you are a UK focused investor, it's so important to make sure you have an ISA open so it's all tax free and you can reap the rewards from the UK paying dividend stocks. And that's a wrap up on my dividend income for June. Every month, the power of passive income keeps compounding, and it's exciting to see the growth. If you found this breakdown helpful or motivating, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates like this one every month. Let me know in the comments how your dividend portfolio performed in June. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep compounding and stay patient in the market because your future self will thank you. For now, this is the Geordie Pig Investor. Over and out.